In this video, we are going to talk about the employer's responsibilities when it comes to handling personal information with respect to their employees. Or Data Fiduciary defines that, or does DPDP Act 2023 defines that? Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about the employer's responsibilities when it comes to handling personal data of their employees. So what are their key responsibilities? The purpose of collecting the information should be very, very clear. In the world of privacy, we call it purpose limitation. We tag it, we work closely with data minimization. In a combination, it means my purpose is absolutely clear and I am going to collect data minimum as required for taking care of this purpose. Nothing extra. Right? And of course, it adds up with consent that on top of it, I'll take your consent, and if you are happy to share me the information for the purpose, then that's the best when it comes to personal data. Under consent, the first important factor that DPDP Act 2023 says is that it should be granular. Defined in your form, this personal information required for this purpose, please provide me consent. Next, information required for the purpose, give me the consent. Right? So consent has to be granular. Processing has to be very, very lawful. You cannot do something which is not required or not lawful. Employment contracts are different from consents. They cannot be interlinked. It cannot be believed or considered that if someone has accepted the employment contract, it means that they have provided consent about using their data. They are two separate things. Privacy notices are equally important for employees as are for your external customers or external associates. You need to update your privacy notices very regularly. The consent should be very, very informed consent. Again, the same thing. A well-defined purpose, a clarity of purpose to the data principal. In this case, the employee is the data principal, and therefore he is giving you an informed consent, exactly knowing why is he giving you the consent, and you obtain consent every time there is a new process in your organization. Consent withdrawal has to be as smooth as providing the consent itself. Privacy notices need to be very clear. Privacy notices need to be updated very regularly. It cannot be that there are no changes because the systems of working may change, because the purpose or the style of processing may change. So, if the purpose changes, it's good to take a consent again. If style of processing changes, it's good to inform it through the privacy notice. They should, even for employees' data, the employer should implement reasonable security measures like access control. That means only specific required people can access personal data. Confidentiality needs to be maintained. Integrity has to be checked from time to time, and things like encryption applied so that integrity is maintained. Data needs to be available. So if there is a data loss, you can easily retrieve it and continue to use it. There should be an internal grievance redressal mechanism. You should be able to see how, if a particular employee is not satisfied, how do you handle his personal grievance. Secure third-party vendor contracts. You get logged on to HRMS software, you get logged on to payroll processing, you use background verification agencies, you use courier agencies who deliver material, physical goods on behalf of the company to the employees. Be careful and have privacy first or privacy incorporated third-party clauses inside their contracts. Treat your employees as your customers, right? As your internal customers. Privacy helps build the workplace ethics and build employee trust. Don't consider it just a check mark or a compliance point only. So that's about responsibilities of employers when it comes to handling privacy of employees. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.